Four A's and five compassions, some healing principles. No one can plot somebody else's course of healing because that's not how healing works. There is no roadmaps for something that must find its own individual arc. We can, however, sketch out the territory, describe it, familiarize ourselves with it, prepare to meet its challenges. We can learn what natural laws seem to govern healing, specifically what attitudes and attributes it both awakens and responds to in us. Like natural childbirth, healing cannot be mandated or hastened, but it can certainly be helped along. As the poet and musician Joel eloquently puts it, you cannot force nature, only nurture it. That had been her personal experience of healing, she told me in an interview. An essential aspect of healing is welcoming each of these qualities back into our life and letting it teach us its way. Number one, authenticity. Authenticity is hard to pin down. While synonyms like genuineness, truthfulness, originality, and so on come to mind, authenticity itself eludes any precise definition that could fully capture its essence. Like its fellow natural state, love, authenticity is not a concept but something lived, experienced, basked in. Most of the time, you know it when it's there. The pursuit of authenticity is rife with pitfalls. For starters, we have the paradox that authenticity can't be pursued, only embodied. By definition, striving for some idealized self image is incompatible with being authentically who one is. We have to begin with accepting ourselves fully, as Anita Murjani discovered in her encounter with fatal illness. Even the slightest little resistance from the opposite person, like if I had displeased someone even slightly, this was me before, I would be the one to back down, she told me. Today, I'm not afraid of being disliked, of disappointing someone. I'm not afraid of what I used to think of as my negative qualities. I realize that they are just the other side of being who I am. One of the most direct approaches to authenticity is noticing when it isn't there, then applying some curiosity and gentle skepticism to the limiting self beliefs that stand in for it or just stand in its way. The lack of authenticity makes itself known through tension or anxiety, irritability or regret, depression or fatigue. When any of these disturbances surface, we can inquire of ourselves. Is there an inner guidance I'm defying, resisting, ignoring, or avoiding? Are there truths I'm withholding from expression or even contemplation out of fear of losing security or belonging? In a recent encounter with others, is there some way I abandoned myself, my needs, my values? What fears, rationalizations, or familiar narratives kept me from being myself? Do I even know what my own values are? The growing capacity to admit to oneself, ouch, that hurts. Or, I didn't really mean what I just said. Or, I'm really scared to be myself in this situation is the impulse towards authenticity becoming stronger. After enough noticing, actual opportunities for choice begin to appear before we betray our true wants and needs. Whereas earlier, such awareness would have been clocked only after the fact, we might now find ourselves able to pause in the moment and say, I can tell I'm about to stuff down this feeling or thought. Is that what I want to do? Is there another option? The emergence of new choices in place of old, pre programmed dynamics is a sure sign of our authentic selves coming back online.